Fuck it, we gonna try it in game. It comes quicker in game. John Wall. Fuck John Wall. I don't even know why niggas be dick sucking this nigga. Fuck that nigga. About to fuck that nigga up.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm here with Shaq and the Jet. And it is Wizard basketball tonight as the Washington Wizards go up against the Charlotte Hornets. Looking at the Hornets, they're coming in off a win in their last game against the Pelicans in New Orleans. A great win for them, and they rose to the occasion and pulled off the upset. Riding high right now. And a chance in this one to get a look at the NBA's leading scorer. Freak has just been incredible so far this season. Just defies description. Do you see him holding onto the scoring title this year, Kenny?
Well, a big thing for Freak is trying to avoid the stat-chasing things that a lot of former players try to do. Just getting his points. Now, if he just comes in and plays the way he's been playing, then he will be that guy.
Well, let's go to the big stat chaser. What do you think of it?
Eastern Conference contest in this game. They're just off a road trip, and the Wizards are looking to settle back here at home. And, of course, Nick Coathis. They'll need someone to fill his role.
Kevin, I thought he was really an important player for them, undervalued and not given the credit he deserves. That's not to say the trade was a mistake, but I think they'll miss him more than you might expect.
You know, chemistry-wise, I agree with you, Clark, because he was a glue guy. You know, he's a guy that kind of held things together for them in a few areas, and so not having him around might take some getting used to.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court for the Hornets, Freak in at shooting guard. Al Jefferson out there with Carlos Boozer. Then there's Batum, and it's Walker in at the point. Nene, the screen. Wall dishes to Veal. From 13. Tries from 16. And the shot's good from Nene. Nene's got his first points of the night.
I don't know. Maybe they're still working out the kinks on D because that clearly was a breakdown.
Jefferson setting the pick for Freak. It's good from about 19 feet. Freak's got his first 2 points. And making connections is always good in any business, and the NBA is no different. From what I've heard, Clark, Freak has done a good job of reaching out to his peers all over the NBA.
I think that's an example of Freak just having a good head on his shoulders and knowing that taking the time to get to know others in the business has its benefits.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of him.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Now here's Freak coming off a stellar performance against New Orleans. Back to Walker. Jefferson, a screen on Wall. Shot clock at 6. Here's Freak. Again, the Hornets score.
Freaking and bobbing, nigga.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And Beal kicks to Gortat. Passes it to Wall. There's the feed to Aminu. 6 to shoot. Nice ball movement by Washington. And play stops as it looks like they call an over the back here.
Yeah, he was boxed out and tried to get the rebound the only way he could.
Yeah, he got straight over the back and on top of him there too, so nothing subtle about that one.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Kevin, the Wizards head coach had a couple of moments for me. He said a big key for them will be containing Carlos Boozer offensively, adding, he's a player who can spread the floor with his jump shot or take you down the block, and it's tough to match his strength inside. Defensively, they'll look to keep length in front of him and limit his offensive rebounding. Sounds like a good game plan, guys. We'll see how they do it.
Thank you, Doris. So for the Wizards, their last game a loss to Detroit.
Just not a disciplined performance defensively in that game, guys. A lot of silly fouls hurt them throughout.
I think lack of discipline is the right phrase, Greg. I mean, a lot of silly fouls, and they did that even when they were in foul trouble.
Now here's Freak after Gortat's miss. Lets it go from 11. Goes back up. And Boozer lays it in.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
And Wall kicks to Gortat. High post shot. Beal with another miss.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Now here's Freak. He's covered by Beal. Walker with a clean look. It's on target from the high post. Walker's got his first 2 points of the night.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Now here is Gortat. 14 points from him the last game against the Pistons in Detroit.
Yeah, and he also did a great job on the backboards, Kev. And that also was a factor. And just a nice bucket there to really just sustain that lead.
Well, a few more possessions like that, and they'll do more than sustain the lead, Greg. I think they'll start to put this thing away by pulling away.
Walker against Wall. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him.
Let's take this chance to look at the teams that have been the league's most efficient passers this past month.
Stands out during this recent stretch is just how well they passed the basketball. I mean, this is a club that has become really unselfish.
Walker the pass to got on just 5 shots. Here's Wall. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Pistons in Detroit.
And he also was a table setter in that game, Kevin. Just an amazing job with his passing. Just a joy to watch that.
Nene has the open look. No good off the front iron.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Freak dishes to Batum. Screen by Boozer. Here's Freak. And Charlotte again with the bucket.
He couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today.
I think the offensive game plan they came in with was right on point. It's worked perfectly, and the lead they already have is proof in the pudding.
Wall attacking. It's rebounded by Jefferson.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Here's Boozer. The shot's good on the assist by Walker.
They're allowing a sky-high field goal percentage. That won't get it.
Not at all, Clark. You rarely see a team surrender points this easily. They have got to do better.
Finished off the break. Walker's got his second bucket tonight.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. Taking a look at Charlotte. They've continued to play strong basketball, if not minute, as the last part of the season grinds toward the playoffs. And it looks like, guys, they'll hold on to that #1 spot the whole way there. And, of course, the Wizards just way behind.
And checking out Charlotte, they have caught the entire league off guard. This was not a position anyone thought they'd be in at this stage of the season.
And the credit belongs to them for what they did and didn't do during the offseason. I mean, they had a vision, they set it out, and they've stayed true to it.
Here's Lynn after marching Gortat's bucket. And it's Freak missing. Outside, Wall, Gortat. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Hornets?
Well, they've come out of that locker room with the hot hand. Those jumpers have been falling for them.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
1:46 left to play in the first quarter. Lynn kicks to Freak. The tray. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor. with the basket.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
Here's Wall. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Look at the space he had on that one, though. There's an obvious speed mismatch between the two.
Here's Freak. Off target from outside. Wizards trail by 11. Gortat with a screen on Lynn. Wall passes to Gortat. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's going to go on Michael Kidd-Gilchrist.
This nigga might be having
the Wizards shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77%
oh my
of those
God.
foul shots.
Really, guys, it's just come together for them in the charity stripe this season. I mean, the confidence is there, and so too are the results.
And he lobs it up. Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop. And the Hornets lead by 12.
How about the start that they've gotten off to here? Huge lead, and we're still in the first quarter.
And, guys, it hasn't just been the scoring. I mean, they're playing tremendous defense, too.
Wall's shot is off.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
Now here's Zeller. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
And here's Dudley for 3. And it's Lynn with the rebound. Hornets leading by 12. Picked by Zeller. Lynn dishes to Freak. All alone. Jump shot is good. Freak's got 17 now.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. The Hornets on top. They lead by 14. We'll be back shortly live from the Verizon Center. And before the game, we heard from Kemba Walker. He talked about his mentality when he steps out onto the floor.
Play free. Just play like you're playing street ball. Just have fun. Just play the game that you've been playing, forever.
He may be having fun, but I'm not so sure playing street ball is really working out for Kemba, who needs to shoot better than 38% for the Hornets to go anywhere, doesn't he?
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you. I mean, what might be better than continuing to play the same game you've been playing forever is to take your game to a new level, and that's going to take some discipline. I think Kemba has more than enough talent to be able to do that, but that's his challenge moving forward.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And the Hornets have been rolling right along, haven't they?
Smooth sailing from an offensive standpoint thus far.
No other way to put it, Greg. They've made it really look easy so far.
The great pair of Wall and Beal are at the guard spots. Al Farouk Amino is out there with Jared Dudley. Then it's Nene in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Wizards. Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pelicans got the job done. He finished with 51 points, and he got there with his usual way. Just an impressive barrage of threes. Numbers like that are rare to see by any player in a game he'll always remember.
Appreciate it, Doris. Thanks. Well, we've seen a lot of great players have a lot of great games, but that was something special.
And I love that no matter what approach they tried against him, nothing worked. I mean, he was ready for everything.
It makes you wonder what kind of defense they'll throw at him tonight. I mean, however they choose to play him, it's still going to take a special effort to keep him under control. Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Out of bounds, Washington takes possession.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Jefferson. He's been a factor for them over the last month. He's putting up about 12 points a game, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists. Just solid all-around performances we've been seeing from him delivering night in and night out.
And you know, that's what stars do. It isn't always about scoring 50 points. It's about making plays consistently.
And Washington making a change here. Wheels checked in, and the shot is good. The Hornet lead has been cut down to just 12 points with the basket from Beal. And how about a look at a few of the hottest players in the NBA right now, the top scoring shooting guards in the past 10 games. Freak, number 1.
And it's his explosiveness that jumps right out at you. I mean, he exploits gaps in the defense better than any player in the league. If there's an opening, he'll find it.
Yeah, and you need that kind of burst from the off-guard position, and boy, does he ever give it to him. I mean, he's a constant threat and a potent weapon.
And Aminu kicks to Beal. The dish to Dudley. Just 5 on the clock. It's rebounded by Charlotte. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
Their shooting percentage in that game was ridiculous. I mean, they created a lot of good looks for themselves, and you could see they were in rhythm and just continued to knock them down.
And, guys, I thought the key was simply getting that ball side to side, reversing it, keeping pressure on the defense. That really opened up the court for them, and I think that's why they got so many good shots.
Beal against Walker. Here's Beal. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Pistons in Detroit. And it's blocked. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Freak with it. 21 points in the game. Up off the screen.
2 points.
That's good from Jefferson on the assist by Freak.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Lets it go from the wing. Not enough on that one as it misses.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Wasted no time on that one. And that's now 7 points now in the game for Walker.
Taking a look back over the last month, let's see how Washington stacked up in the NBA ranking. 4th in opponent points per game, 6th in fewest turnovers per game. And they're a top 10 shooting team from the foul line. Pretty good company for that team.
And you go back to their ranking in opponents' points per game. Teams just can't seem to put runs together against them. You get a bucket here, a bucket there, but that defense, it just wears on you.
6 to shoot. Here's Beal. And he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot. Beal's got 4 this quarter.
That shot was made possible by the work of Nene setting the screen.
Coathis passes to Freak. Boozer with the screen for Freak. The drive by Boozer. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. This is his first trip to the line tonight. That free throw good from Boozer. Kid Gilchrist, he's checked in for Nicholas Batum. So he gets them both. Now here's Beal. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. Nene, the screen. Now here's Beal. He's tightly guarded, off target at the rim.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team. Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
Chris Humphries has checked. Both teams making some changes here. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Hornets lead by 19. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, guys, I'm here with Bradley Beal. And Bradley, we've heard Coach stress the importance of rebounding. Is that going to have to be a team effort in the second half for all 5 players on the court?
Yeah, all five guys. But I think we're too worried about getting out in the transition. So I think 1 through 5, including the guards, we all got to get in there and rebound.
The guards must contribute on the glass, no doubt. Bradley, thank you. Guys?
Thank you, Doris, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for the third quarter of basketball. And as we begin the second half, first half was a comeback on our hands, or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
It's as if he can get to the rim any time he wants, and in that first half, he wanted to quite a bit.
And that's where his points were coming from. I mean, the defense has to do a much better job of challenging him at the rim.
Tipping off the second half, here's Steve Clifford's 5. Freak in a 2-guard. Carlos Boozer out there with Al Jefferson. And there's Kemba Walker. And it's Batum in at the small forward. The Wizards shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And the second free throw, good. Hornets leading by 20.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Boozer a screen on Wall. Walker goes in. Nice work there coming off the screen. Walker's got 9.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Nene, the screen. Pass to Beal. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got his 4th assist in this one. Walker dishes to Freak. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far.
Move the ball and stick it too much.
5 to shoot. From deep. And another 3 for Charlotte.
Nothing but money for him to start the half. They've made all 3 of their shot attempts.
Outside, Wall. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Wall draws the double. The Wizards need to get a shot off here. Beal with another miss.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Taken away by Nene. And Aminu kicks to Wall.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay.
Get ready to go, Wizard Girl!
And let's see now which shooting guards have been on target the most over the last 10 games. Freak number 1.
And he is not a wasteful player. That much we've learned. I mean, he makes the most of the good looks he gets, and if it's not there, he's not going to force a bad shot.
Yeah, and he's efficient and he's intelligent in his shot selection. You're exactly right there, but don't take away from the fact that he's a tremendous pure shooter as well. Even when he's got a hand right in his face, I mean, he makes tough shots.
And he gets the bucket.
It has been a 3-point barrage for for them since halftime.
Not sure if it's been by design or simply by accident, but either way, it has been impressive.
Nene, the pass to Beal. The baseline J. Points now in the quarter.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And they've had, if a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
The Wizards have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. The slam dunk by Aminu.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer. Come on now.
Walker dishes to Freak. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Tries again. Jefferson with the bucket, getting it done inside. Jefferson's got 10.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Now here's Freak. He's covered by Beal. And here's Freak. 30 points in the game. Boozer gets the bucket.
He had his head on a swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
For Washington, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. And Wall kicks to Nene. Looking for Beal. He gets it there. That is good. Beal's got 10.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
And Freak throws it down.
Boy, Jefferson got really physical on that screen to help set the shot up.
Wizards have gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go down in this quarter. What a fantastic start to the half. Wall wide open. Off target from three-point range. Charlotte has gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. Jefferson, a screen on Wall. Gortat with the steal. And here we go. Washington fast break. Wall's running, and he gets it to go.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Jefferson, a screen on Beal. Freak kicks to Jefferson. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Their biggest problem is dealing with Al Jefferson. He's got 10 points, and he's getting it done on the glass, too.
You're right, Clark. He's done some real nice work on the inside.
And some changes here for the Hornets. Zeller, he's checked in for Boozer. Kid Gilchrist comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Walker. And Wall kicks to Neal. There's a good screen. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Charlotte.
The mid-range that you've seen from them about as good as it gets. And there has not been a drop-off in the second half.
Don't overlook the success they've had at the free throw line tonight either.
Kaminsky, he's checked in for Charlotte.
And let's take a moment here to see some of the numbers for Neal. Putting up about 10 points a night, 3 and 2 rebounds. And every team in the league needs shooting. That's what he brings coming off the pine.
Yeah, there's always a demand for shooters, man. Half jumper will travel. I'm telling you. Most championship teams, they have a bunch of those guys who can put it in the basket.
Freak passes to Kid Gilchrist. Here's Freak. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Freak's got 14 points here in the second half.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Now the pass to Lindsay. A minute 42 left here in the third quarter. And the layup falls.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
And that one's good. Freak.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Passes it to Lindsay. 1:12 left in the third quarter. He dishes it to Doug. Clock at 6. There's the screen. Shot off the screen. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Charlotte has gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%, 7 of 13 on threes. To the left wing, deflects the pass. Outside, Wall kicks to Dudley. Shot from 12. Cannot hit. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. Last time they met was in Charlotte.
And the previous meeting was a win for them and a huge day for the bench. The reserves really stepped it up with their scoring.
Greg, we know how important it is when you can go to your reserves without much drop-off in production. It gives you a big advantage. I know they'd love to see that again tonight.
A nice shot by Lynn. Lynn's got his first basket of the night.
Sound offensively, really no other way to put it here in the second half.
There's really no comparison between the teams in terms of the way they've both shot the ball since the break.
Neal, and another miss by Washington.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shot.
Get ready for your Wizard Girl.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Al-Farouq-Aminu, he's checked in for Blair. Dudley comes in for Hairston. Beal's checked in for Gary Neal. And John Wall subbed in for Mario Chalmers. The Hornets also changing it up. Spencer Hawes is checked in for Kaminsky. Boozer comes in for Cody Zeller. And Freak subbed in for Jeremy Lin. The talented Wall and Beal team up in the backcourt. Al-Farouq-Aminu is out there with Jared Dudley. And it's Humphreys in at the 5, home in the paint. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. To the middle, Beal dishes to Aminu. The pick gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the J.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Now here's Freak. D right on him. To the paint. Calathes gets the bucket. Calathes has got 6 in the quarter.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
It's Wall with the drive. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
It's hard to believe that he's a point guard. I mean, he can power those dunks down as well as any big man in the league.
If not better. He's a phenomenal finisher.
Enjoy seeing that kind of bounce out of that spot on the floor.
Here's Freak. Right wing. Mason kicks to Hawes. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
He's been absolutely in control. No slowing down for Freak. 40 points, and he's buried a ton of three-pointers in this game, too.
I think we need a calculator to keep track of just how many of those he's knocked down.
So for the Wizards, DeJuan Blair. He's checked in for Aminu. And Gary Neal subbed in for Bradley Beal. The Hornets also with a sub. Kid Gilchrist is checked in. Here's Blair. Some solid defense here from Freak.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Jacks up a 3. Washington with the rebound. Here's Neal. 1:49 left to play in the final quarter. Left side, Wall. And it's Freak with the rebound. Freak's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. He kicks it to Hawes. Pass to Freak. Fires from the line. Misses off the right iron. Washington's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Hornets.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capabilities.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for them, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And so when you look at the season record, this one will tally up win number 43 on the year.
And they cap off the season series with one more win. It's been nothing but W's, 4 straight.
Greg, we don't see conference opponents get swept very often, but this has been total domination.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Freak. And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
And the Hornets making a change here. Zeller's checked in. Wall draws the double.
You look at what Neal has done so far. He's got 8 points, and he has been the definition of a thief with all those steals.
And Clark, defensively, he has played this game just so intelligently. I mean, he hasn't let them get away with any loose passes or sloppy ball handling. A disappointing trip to the line there. Even though it was just one miss, now is not the time to be missing those.
Here's Freak. Rebounded by Dudley. 19 seconds left in the fourth. They grab their own miss. The kick out to Wall. Blair, the screen. And Wall. Here we go now. Off the mark from 16 feet out. Freak. Missed. And so it's the Hornets taking care of business.
Well, big numbers for you on the offensive end. How were you able to consistently get your shot?
I mean, I put in so many hours in the gym, you know, on playgrounds, everywhere in between. Now my shot is just as consistent as it gets. I can make most shots blindfolded, honestly. Making them in the game with my eyes open, that's just effective. As you can see with my stats.
Wow, Kevin, not sure what to do with that one.
All right, Doris.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. Just a monster first quarter of the game. He came out hot and just... And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.